Hold on. I need to go.
She said, I swear to God, I won't bring it. This is ridiculous.
GG's, I thought the Wi-Fi was cooked. I was about to
This is all your fault!
I was about to say, nigga, GG's. But I guess it's still working.
This is all your fault! I finally get a chance to ask out Margaret, but you had to butt in and ruin everything!
No, I didn't! I just wanted to see zombie dinner party with my bro, who flaked on me for some girl who doesn't even know he exists!
I'll kill you!
In the beginning, there was nothing. Then boom, God made man. Man made fire. Man made the wheel. Kanye ran for president, you get that point. In life, I've always considered myself, you know, a TV connoisseur, you get me? Somebody that knows what the hell they talking about when it comes to shows, movies, anime, even games sometimes. Like, if you need to be recommended something, trust me when I say I'm your guy, man, I'm your guy. And the thing that ropes me into these shows beside the stories are the characters, you know? How can I relate to them? How can I aspire to be like them? How can I model myself after them, you know? Because they were like role models in every way. And in every TV show collectively, there's always just a bum on screen, man, you know? Every time you see them, you just go...
Fuck Kiba.
Every peak movie, TV shows has to have some bombs on screen to balance out, you know? It's a yin and yang effect, okay? It's a whole thing. And I'm here to shed some light today on some of these characters, starting with Tariq St. Patrick, because this guy is just a straight up bitch, bro. Everything Tariq did in the first book of Power didn't need to happen. This guy is just spoiled and stupid, bro. Nothing he did in the whole 6 seasons of book 1 made any sense, bro. This guy was just spoiled, stupid, and he got babied his entire life. And look at Tariq's life, bro. He had the life some people dream of, fam. This guy lived on the 45th floor in a penthouse, wearing designer head to toe at 14, going to a private school, and Ghost was out here getting him tickets to sit courtside at basketball games. Yet somehow this guy chooses to sell drugs instead. What are you doing, fam? Bro, Tariq just reminds me of man them that will act bad around their friends in school, but go straight home after school. I'm talking about high knees at 3:30 sharp, fam. Jumping on the first bus they see to go home, making it home before sundown all the time, bro. This guy was just a stupid kid, man. And to make it even worse, this guy killed his dad for no reason. Everybody else that came to truth the same night Tariq killed Ghost had 100 times a better motive than Tariq, fam. And look at the people I'm going to tell you that came to truth that night, bro. Angela's sister, Paz, who found out Angela was killed and knew Ghost had something to do with it, even though Ray Ray. Ghost was going to take the rap for Tariq for killing Ray Ray, but then he said, fuck that, I'm not going to do that. And then Tariq was going to go to jail. So basically, he was about to make Tariq hold himself accountable, but Tariq said, fuck all that, and then killed him instead. Do you know how stupid that is? And for any of you Tariq defenders, listen to me. Whatever Ghost had to do in his childhood to get to where he is now, whether that be killing people just like Tariq killed his dad, he had to. He was bro, okay? This guy's from the hood. Tariq is not from the hood. He grew up in a penthouse, okay? He grew up in a penthouse. Tariq grew up on the 45th floor, high rise, everything, okay? He grew up privileged, yet somehow he went down the drug route. How does that make any sense? Okay, ignorance is bliss, bro. He could have just lived a life, big man thing. He didn't have to do none of this, bro. I can't lie. You also mentioned that Ghost was gonna get Tasha go to jail for Lakeisha. And I say, hell yeah, bun Tasha and her weed, bro, and her lashes. Justice for fine shit, Lakeisha, okay? Lakeisha was bad, bro. And then Tasha mucked her off like, what are you doing? But none of this made no sense. I promise you, if Tariq just went to prison, it would have been fine, fam. His parents are rich, bro. His parents were so rich. They probably would have hired a lawyer like Jayoma, fam. And Jayoma basically get everyone out of jail.
All right, Jay. Who's the best lawyer?
Jayoma.
And why am I the best lawyer?
You got my case dismissed.
And what were you charged with?
Necrophilia.
This death was so unnecessary, fam. Ghost should have murked off Tariq when he caught him sleeping that one time. But I hear it's his son is his weakness, innit? I mean, who really gonna kill their son?
Who you gonna kill? Take Natasha and the kids and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Damn. I'm gonna skip because I don't know. I've never watched that show like that.
It was so unnecessary, fam. Nobody thought this guy was a bad man for doing that, bro. Ooh, sorry. Like, no one cares, man. And the smile I genuinely had on my face when at the end of the show, none of them got the trust fund or anything goes on.
You said what?
I'm sending this voice note real quick. Give me a second.
No, you're alright.
Straight away, had me gassed. It felt like I just won the World Cup, fam. Tasha didn't inherit anything. Let's go. Tariq didn't get anything because he didn't finish 4 years at Cho at the end of book 2. Let's flipping go, fam. Ghost hold them at the end, bro. Tariq was just jarring in the first book. I just hated seeing this guy come on the screen. And with book 2 finished, I've grown to like Tariq since he was a main character, so I forgot everything he did. But I don't know how Tariq still hasn't caught a bullet yet. That shit make no sense. Another annoying character I would like to point out is the Hulk. And I'm not talking about the Hulk before Infinity War and Endgame. I'm talking about Professor Hulk, because this guy pisses me off, bro. Marvel might have made one of the most stupidest mistakes I've ever seen in my entire life. The whole point of the Hulk in the Avengers was to break shit, be angry, etc. By giving him the conscious and self-awareness of Bruce, it takes away the whole identity of the character. What's the point of the Hulk if he's just the jolly green giant? And look, I was all for the idea of this. Believe me, okay? If you seen,
not fucking paying attention. Hold on, what are we talking about?
nobody thought this guy was a bad man for doing that, bro. Ooh, sorry, like no one cares, man. And the smile I genuinely had on my face when at the end of the show, none of them got the trust fund or anything goes on straight away, had me gassed. It felt like I just won the World Cup, fam. Tasha didn't inherit anything. Let's go. Tariq didn't get anything because he didn't finish 4 years at Cho at the end of book 2. Let's flipping go, fam. Ghost hold them at the end, bro. Tariq was just jarring in the first book. I just hated seeing this guy come on the screen. And with book 2 finished, I've grown to like Tariq since he was a main character, so I forgot everything he did. But I don't know how Tariq still hasn't caught a bullet yet. That shit make no sense. Another annoying character I would like to point out is the Hulk. And I'm not talking about the Hulk before Infinity War and Endgame. I'm talking about Professor Hulk, because this guy pisses me off, bro. Marvel might have made one of the most stupidest mistakes I've ever seen in my entire life. The whole point of the Hulk in the Avengers was to break shit, be angry, etc. By giving him the conscious and self-awareness of Bruce, it takes away the whole identity of the character.
Yeah, how you take the whole fucking gimmick of the character away from him, bro, and just change him up to be the exact opposite of what he's supposed to be. Because we didn't have him from Endgame. Infinity War.
What's the point of the Hulk if he's just
Infinity War? He obviously got his ass beat, so that makes sense. You know, he's scared, whatever the fuck. But basically, permanently taking him away, I'm fucking done, man. Why is it that shit keeps repeating? But that's still fucking insane. How you just take away the Hulk, you know, the strongest nigga. You know, the nigga who says I'm the strongest there is. That nigga. Quoted by a bunch of fucking people online. I know so many fucking... I know that there's so many fucking niggas who read the comics and shit who were mad as fuck seeing that on screen happen. Because you just... I don't know, man. I'm just saying, it's in my opinion, that's stupid as fuck. They shouldn't have done that.
The jolly green giant. And look, I was all for the idea of this. Believe me, okay? If you've seen the Disney show Hulk and the Agents of Smash, it works out perfectly. The Hulk is smart, but he's still destructive. But in the MCU, that shit did not work out because he's not doing shit.
They could have done that like how it was in that show.
What was the point of this? What did this benefit to the story? This benefited nothing to the story whatsoever. You could have left the Hulk, and everything would have been 10 times better.
Listen, hear me out. If the nigga was angry, if we had Prime Hulk with... if we had Prime Hulk, that nigga was he literally was a tweaker. I mean, he literally lashed out on Black Widow runway. There's a whole scene for that shit. I get that, you know, to give him control, whatever the fuck, make it easier, you know, less CGI. That's probably the main reason. But I'm just saying that, like, I'm just saying for comic accurate wise, if they gave this nigga the gauntlet as Prime Hulk, I think he would have took it. I think he would have took it like a man, bro. That nigga Bruce was like, oh, shit, it fucking hurts. I get it, but at the same time, like no one, like, the sad
Why
thing
did
is,
Sophia talk send me some? I swear.
bro, hold on. I need to go.
She said, I swear to God, I want to bring you. This is ridiculous.
Jaden.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's no, like, and bro, get your friend.
No, hey, you talk to them more than I do, gang. I'll see him every once in a while. You like how they did the Hulk in, you know, MCU, right? Like he's all nice, you know, friendly and shit, and he's not angry or anything. Like you love that. You love like how they changed the look to that, right? You did?
Yeah.
You fucking weirdo. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
And the know-how of the Hulk. They could have just gotten that same character and put him into MCU Hulk. So MCU Hulk would still be kind of destructive, kind of broken like he was before, but just be smarter. You know what I'm saying? I don't think making him more conscious and self-aware was a bad idea. I just think it was executed poorly, and instead they just put Bruce Banner into the Hulk's body, which was... trash. When really, they could have just made him like the exact same Hulk from Hulk in the Ages of Smash, which would have been 10 times better. And if you ever watched that cartoon, that shit is peak. But besides that, MCU Hulk now is trash, fam. And now for the finale. Now for the people that take the cake. And I know for a fact you've never heard this. You've only heard one or the other. These men have a 6 times MVP and not working, an all-time combined scoring record of 0 finished jobs, and a career high of at least messing up the park at least every other episode. Yes, man, I'm talking about Mordecai Rigby. Now for stars, before I even go into this, Regular Show is my favorite cartoon of all time. This show was so ahead of its time compared to other shows on Cartoon Network, and this show was so clear of everything else. Adventure Time, get out, man. Amazing World of Gumball, pack it in, bro. Ben 10, lie down, man. This show was so ahead of its time. I would never miss an episode of Regular Show growing up. It was too peak, fam. Now going into why Mordecai and Rigby are jarring. When people talk about their relationship, they always try and throw shade at Mordecai first. Always bringing up the episode where he killed Rigby and he was horrible and messed up things with CJ, or even the episode where he went too far and called Rigby useless. Then people use this and just think Rigby is better. Bro, if you think this, I can't lie, you didn't watch the show, bro. Rigby is the slacker out of the two. The person who consistently got Mordecai into trouble, always needed his help. Rigby would dig a hole for himself and drag Mordecai into it every time.
You got me. Oh, you got me. You win. We have to stop now.
This nigga Rigby was the fucking reason Mordecai didn't get into fucking college. Because in the fucking movie, because I remember the fucking movie, what was it? It revealed at the end, because this nigga Rigby was forced to fucking talk about it. They went back in time, yada 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 yada, the college papers or whatever. Rigby's ass got fucking rejected, and Mordecai got accepted into
That
it.
voice note, Javon, 1 second.
Okay, yeah, do that. But either way, this nigga Rigby's L man. Basically, Mordecai could have had a way better life, but this nigga Rigby brought him with him to drag him down because he didn't fucking succeed. That's the most L man shit I've heard or seen, at least in cartoons, bro. That's some crazy ass shit. But what was that?
Because I lost.
I told you I was gonna win! In your face!
Like this nigga Mordecai is the most like. Okay, Mordecai is a simp ass nigga. I'm not gonna say like he at the point he generally might be a fucking cuck. The amount of times this nigga was trying to hang out with Margaret and then she introduced like her fucking 30th boyfriend of like the fucking day. That shit pissed me off as a kid. I was so mad at Mordecai for that shit. But angry pissed me off fucking more when I learned about that shit from the fucking movie. Because this nigga's already irresponsible. They got locked in a freezer for who knows how long because this nigga fucking Rigby. It's just a bunch of shit I could probably bring up. But I'm not going to because I'm taking way too long. Anyways.
Hey, I finally get to be player 1!
Rigby's the reason why Mordecai's even stuck in the park in the first place from the movie, bro.
Exactly!
Every time these men were in a serious scenario, Mordecai was always telling Rigby, take it seriously or chill out or stop going too far. But this guy would never listen. He was childish as hell, bro. This shit was jarring, fam. And Mordecai ain't bad either. He just stayed a bozo, never wanted to change, and just stayed a victim. And Rigby moved to Margaret and got a date with her before Mordecai could do that. I'm not gonna lie, as much as it was evil from Rigby, Mordecai ain't gonna...
that is true. This nigga... Oh my gosh. This nigga Mordecai was watching this shit happen too, bro. This nigga said, oh, I got 2 tickets. And because Mordecai didn't want to fucking go with them, this nigga asked Margaret the second after. And of course, her going ass was like, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Well, I don't think she thought it was like an actual date or some shit, which I don't think she'd be against either. But fucking nigga. What the fuck? Either way, nigga, your homeboy literally stole your crush right in front of you. And the thing is, I think like it was I think to Margaret it was obvious this nigga liked her, and she was just messing with the nigga the whole fucking time. That's like, I love Rigby Mordecai, but they really did piss me off. Like later on.
Man, and that was his problem. But hey, man, it's an evil world we live in. Then he started hating on Rigby when Rigby was turning his life around. Get a grip, man. I'm not gonna lie, I would never be roommates with Rigby, bro. This guy lives in trash, bro. Imagine having a nice, clean part of your room to yourself just to see trash on the right. Like, bro, I'd be heated. Bare pizza boxes and chimichangas on the floor. I'd be pissed, fam. And in that same episode, Rigby goes ahead and puts all the trash underneath Mordecai's bed because Benson tells him to take it out. I'm not gonna lie, the way me and Rigby would be scrapping if he did that to me, I'm not letting that shit slide, bro. And in that episode where Rigby graduates from high school, Mordecai's just a straight hater, fam, for no reason, bro. Bro is hating on his success because his life is trash. Look, as much as I love Mordecai and Rigby, they were one of my favorite duos growing up. They're so bad, but they complement each other so well. It's actually crazy. And as good as their friendship was toxic.
They're good,
There's a whole bunch of other shit I can mention to even back both sides, but that's worth a whole video. I'm gonna keep it stacked. Hey, but these aren't even the most annoying people I could think of. I promise you, there's hundreds more out there. These are different to what I hear most people mention. And if you got any more characters you can think of, or write them down below because I want to see them. But we at the end of the flick, folks. You might have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next
Oh,
one.
that nigga gone. Yeah, Jay left. What was that shit, bro? What else, man? Characters that are in these things.
Some warrior, stand back. This boy's going into open.
No, please don't!
Oh!
In my life, I've experienced many things. Boxing, weaving, sneaking, shooting. You've heard this before. But the one thing that I've experienced in life than these methods of survival is my love for entertainment. I love distractions, bro. I love sitting my fat ass down and binging a season of anime, or watching a movie, or just being unproductive to just avoid my real life duties and reality in general. I mean, that's why entertainment even exists in the first place. And as I have previously said before, the characters are what keep me to these shows. How they move, how they talk, what they represent. But going off of that, some characters are just straight up menaces, bro. I'm talking about just straight up fiends, a devil in sheep's clothing, someone who could give the vibe that they're a good guy, but you know if they wanted to flip on you, they would, bro.
Besides calling Michael
100%.
Jackson,
and I thought I'd take it upon myself to name and suspect some of these men. Starting with one of the most goated squads of all time, the Penguins of Madagascar, fam. Now you're probably thinking, yo, what are you talking about? They're literally good guys. Bro, listen to me. Where the hell did 4 flipping penguins get the parts to a nuclear reactor, bro? Deep hit. What kind of brilliant entrant did they have to do to even get the parts to this shit in the first place? Think about it, bro. Not to mention they had a whole weapon system in that same whip, bro. These men were not normal, bro. These men were moving like stealth operatives. They broke into Fort Knox, bypassed all the security, and broke into a vault full of gold. And they're just penguins, bro. They were out here pulling $1 million heists like this was GTA. The penguins were serious, man. They could knock out whole man with one flipper, bro. One flipper, fam. They're literally less than 2 meters tall, and they're out here doing their infamous neck knockout like they were seriously trained or something. Bro, they're penguins, bro. Rico, one of the 4 penguins, is literally
don't do this shit
the
outside
weapon from
Antarctic.
GTA, fam.
They'll never
This
be the
guy has
Antarctic
everything
side
stuck
of
down
the
his throat, bro. Pause. You need a paperclip, bro, it's got a paperclip. You need a knife, bro, it's got a knife. You need dynamite, bro, it's got dynamite. These men were serious at doing the missions, fam. They hijacked a whole boat, stole a car from...
That nigga, what's his name, Swalski? That nigga kept, I don't know how, I don't know why, but all you'd have to do, ask for anything, that nigga would reach down his throat, and I'm gonna stop right there.
People, and then attempted to kill a lady in the process, bribed the monkeys to run a whole plane for them, and ran a whole casino gamble and won bare money. Who the hell are these men, fam? I'm telling you, if the penguins wanted to kidnap you, and I'm talking about your outside our mind, like you never appear on planet Earth again. If someone searches your name up on Google, you don't come up, they could probably do that. And I know you think I sound shook right here, but hear me out. If I see some small penguins go knock a whole grown human out with one flipper, fam, I'm 10-toning it in the other direction. I'm gonna keep it so real. Another menace I have to discuss in this video is the man himself, Batman. And I'm just gonna keep it real with you. This guy is just a legal criminal, bro. And that shit doesn't even make any sense. How many times has Batman ever left his criminals alive so they could even walk to the jail cells themselves instead of knocking them out, fam? This guy literally takes advantage of the system. Batman will catch a guy doing a crime and just completely beat the shit out of him so severely that the guy is gonna have to go to the hospital.
That nigga Arkham Batman was moving different. You're telling me? I mean, he had to move different in Arkham Knight, and you know the other games too. But why can I deal with 55 to 75 hit combo on one nigga in a full suit of like gear? It's not like in Arkham City or the first game, whichever the fuck it was, Arkham Asylum, where you just had the suit. This thing had a full body of gear. There was armor and shit on that nigga, bro. He was partially bulletproof. Why the fuck can I do a 55 hit combo with bricks on my hands, beating up a nigga who's just doing this shit because he has to, like it's a 9 to 5 job for him to try to feed his little sister? Like the concept of that shit is honestly fucked up, and you'd have to make sure they're beaten senseless and knocked out. If not that, they're basically just fucking dead. So, my point is Batman does not have to go that fucking far.
Forever. That's how hefty Batman beats the shit out of people. If I had the choice between fighting a superpowered hero versus fighting a hero with no powers, I'm picking the superpowered hero every time, bro. Hear me out. See, the superpowered hero, the most they're gonna do is flick their thumb and knock you out. Or just tie something around you till they call the police and you go to jail. Which is calm, you know, that's what's expected from heroes. But heroes with no powers, it's a whole different ballgame for these man, bro. I'm telling you. They treat this like it's a boxing match. I'm talking about they start moving like 2009 Randy Orton in WWE. They go straight. These guys are literally literally bad guys and superhero type. As soon as they find
That's the
somebody
fucking
doing
move.
one bad thing, one little crime, I'm talking about they might step on a flower or something. Your life is over, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. And you see Batman. Batman is the #1 human hero to do this shit all the time, bro. Batman would see a guy doing a crime and he wouldn't even think to question him or interrogate him. As soon as he sees the guy, it's on site and he's beating the shit out of him, fam. Batman could hear a whole sob story on how the guy is stealing food for his family.
That's
I'm
what
talking
I'm
about
saying.
they're so broke, he has to go out there and start stealing. Yeah, Batman will still beat the crap out of him. Like, bro, did you not hear his story? He's struggling, fam. And let's be honest, Batman probably wouldn't even care anyways with his privileged, rich-ass background being Bruce Wayne. This guy does not care, fam. But when he's Batman, any little crime to him is a major crime. And he will rock your shit, bro. Not to mention, you can't trust this guy, fam. With the whole contingency plans he has against the Justice League, which I'm not gonna lie
They're
to
valid.
you, is genius.
Yeah, they're
You
valid.
never know if heroes like the Flash or Superman decide to just switch up and kill everyone one day. Especially if you're just a regular ass guy, you ain't got no powers at all. But the thing about this is, Batman is just sauce, bro. You can't
it's
trust
like-
this guy. What if he makes a mistake and just kills you by accident, or somebody else gets their hands on whatever he has that can kill you? Then it's just over for you at that point. All because this guy made a means to kill you in
But smart,
precaution
this
to
thing
you
is the
turn an
only
evil. He
normal
basically
person there. He
indirectly
has to
killed
do
you.
that
This
shit.
guy is a villain. Let's keep it honest.
Yes,
Batman
do
has
that shit.
superpowers, bro. This guy literally fell from space. I'm talking about his body was literally on fire. He crashed down to Earth and he was just completely fine. I walked
Mask opened, right?
about his body was literally
Oh, okay. Okay, I was about to say, nigga, how the fuck? Okay, either way, you're telling, like...
honest. Batman has superpowers, bro. This guy literally fell from
Oh,
space. I'm
yeah.
talking about his body was
Y'all forget about the fucking Tibet monks, nigga? Astral projection. He'll probably explain that.
literally on fire. He crashed down to Earth and he was just completely fine. I walked it off like nothing happened.
that's a
Not to
Sunday for
mention this
Batman,
guy has
bro.
ordered
What you
Tibetan
talking
monk methods. They taught him how to use astral projection.
Yep.
He stopped Martian Manhunter from being able to read his mind with some mind blocks. Even when I think about it, when has he ever done anything that was literally just normal? Like, the whole idea of Batman is to show you that superpowered individuals as well as humans can do it too and be heroes. But the rise of DC have made Batman so astronomically impossible that we all might as well just say Batman has superpowers at this point. He's literally a
What
superhero.
the fuck?
And now we're getting into the nitty and gritty. We're getting to the characters who just be doing stuff for the love of the game. I'm talking about guys who ain't got no goals, but are some of the biggest haters I've ever seen. They start moving like how Kendrick was on Drake, like how Will Smith was when he slapped Chris Rock, like how Tobey Maguire was when he was about to park his car. These men are so evil. The word evil runs away from them, bro. Are we gonna start back with the man himself, Dio Brando? From the time he first came to the Joestar Mansion to when he scrapped Jotaro at the end of part 3,
Anime's
nothing Dio
biggest
has
hater.
ever done was ever justified, bro. His first day at the mansion, without even being there for more than 10 seconds, he knocked out Jonathan's dog straight up. He hit that Ken special on him. So some time passes on and my boy Jonathan, he's got a little girlfriend now, you feel what I'm saying? He's got Naz, you feel what I'm saying? He's spending time with her, you know, the usual. And this man Dio wasn't here for any of it. So he and his delinquent ass friends pull up to her and bro straight up lips is her. And that was her first kiss, fam. He took it from her. And Dio out here saying, your first kiss was with me. So Irina starts using the water to wash the kiss out of her mouth. And Dio sees this and bro just gets pissed, bro. So he goes up to her and just slaps the shit out of her, fam. I'm talking about, you got knocked the out, man. So sometime after this, Dio and Jonathan get into it. And Jonathan was straight up whacking him like this was punch out on the Wii, fam. And you can see in his face, Dio was not having it. So we straight up pulls out a knife to try and kill this guy, bro. Hey, no, I'm just gonna say, Dio, that's weak as hell, bro. You don't bring no weapons to a fist fight. I'm not gonna lie, that's weak as hell, bro. But this was a turning point for our friend Dio. Because after this guy just became heinous. Later on, when the time skip happens, George gets sick. And Dio's been giving this guy medicine the entire time. But the entire time Dio's really been giving him medicine, the medicine was poison, fam. Dio was killing this man for years, bro. And the crazy thing is, Dio killed his own dad when he was younger. He gave him the exact same powder he gave George when he was a kid. And that's the reason why his dad died. This guy killed his own dad, bro. This guy's crazy. So Jonathan finds out about Dio's plan and kicks my man out the house. Just for Dio to come back later and say, ah shit, I'm gonna become a vampire, man. So he stabs George and slaps on the stone mask, getting the blood on it, turning him into a vampire. And this guy, after this, just goes on a straight rampage. He mashed up the police. He turned Jack the Ripper into a vampire. He squeezed the woman's eyeballs out, turned the whole village into zombies. And oh my god, this one is the worst one. This one is one of the worst moments I've ever seen in my entire life. It's actually mad. So he gets a woman who has a baby and she just pleading him, just begging him to leave them alone and just let them live. But this this criminal decided to turn her into a vampire and make her eat her own baby. Oh no, bro. Theo has to be one of the most evil people I've ever seen in my entire existence. This guy is straight up a fiend, bro. Jonathan eventually defeats Theo, and hold up, can we just talk about how vampires in JoJo literally had multiple powers? How the hell could Theo shoot lasers and freeze people? What type of vampire powers is that, fam? But we're getting off track here. Jonathan defeats Theo and gets married to the Hers Arena. They go on their honeymoon on some big ass boat, and you know who else is on the boat? Dio's head. Yeah, Dio chopped off his own head, fam. It's a mad thing. So Dio starts giving out his hate speech and just proceeds to shoot a laser at Jonathan. He turned the whole boat into zombies and he jacked his body. It's a mad thing, man. I swear it was a mad thing. So the 100 years pass and Dio makes his comeback. And this guy went on a whole bunch of other side quests before me and Jotaro and Amanda. Like having a whole kid, then having a whole bunch of kids. They're even pushing his hate onto another person who literally reset the universe. That's crazy, man. So Jotaro and the guys make it to Egypt and get into Dio's mansion. Then they see a guy with Dio's coffin and Joseph tells him to open it. So as he's slowly opening the coffin, but what happened next was a bunch of madness. The guy who just opened the coffin got murked in the coffin in like 5 seconds, fam. So the guys were like, hell no, and jumped straight out the roof and get out of there. So now the Stardust Crusaders are trying to escape Egypt, and Dio was just hitting the infamous Batman pose on a rooftop, looking down at them thinking, where are you going, my prey? I'ma come for that ass, boy. So then Dio, Kakyoin, and Joseph get into a car chase, and Dio just launches the driver into their car, just finessing their whip entirely. So then they move to the rooftops, and Kakyoin sets Dio up in a trap so that he can show him his stand. And this was the dumbest mistake this man made. He signed his life away at this point. So Dio stops time, gets up and close, and just donuts Kakyoin and sends him flying. Rest in peace to one of the ghosts, man. Dio then chases Joseph and bro, hold on, listen to me real quick. The world was such a broken stand. This shit can make Dio fly like he's Peter Pan, fam. What the hell is that, bro? Joseph eventually gets to Jotaro and was about to tell him that Dio's power is the ability to stop time. And before he can even do that, he time stops again. And in this one, this guy was just showing once again why he's a menace, fam. He pieced up a cat and put all its parts in people's food, making them eat the cat. He rearranged the people to do some crazy shit to themselves, and he threw a knife straight at Joseph's neck.
That didn't do anything to him, but that didn't help him at all in any fucking way. That nigga just did that shit for the love of the game. That's how much he hates. Literally, Dio and what's his name? Eobard Thawne on Reverse Flash. Literally, they both were yellow. They're literally the same side, like different sides of the same coin, nigga. That shit is ridiculous, man.
Which finessed him as soon as time resumed, bro. It was crazy.
Just
Dio was a straight up demon.
He did all that before throwing the fucking knife, by the way.
Into society, and he literally had no motive behind this. He could have stopped when he became a part of the Joestar family, but bro committed all of this for no reason. It was just because he liked it, fam. And now this brings me on to my next menace, Ryomen Sukuna. Now, before I even talk about Shibuya, this guy was a demon even before Shibuya. In like the first season of JJK, the first episode Sukuna appeared in, he disintegrated the curse. And look at his ugly ass fingernails. He did not sleep on the acrylics, fam. But then I'm not gonna lie to you, Gojo just pulls up and just starts giving him that serious work, fam, and just sits on him. It was peak here, fam. But this ain't even half the menacing shit Sukuna was pulling in the first season, because I'm not gonna lie, this guy was a demon. Literally, he's literally a demon. Throughout season 1, Junpei was out here working alongside Mahito because he was getting bullied and Mahito was manipulating that. So Itadori starts scrapping Junpei and Mahito until Itadori breaks through to my boy. And oh my god, this is one of the worst scenes in the show. This Loki pissed me off, bro. I swear down, fam. So Mahito just appears at the top of the stairs and just sends my boy Itadori and pushes him onto the wall. And then this diabolical guy just turns Junpei into a curse. This was low-key a scam, bro. I thought Junpei was gonna be a part of the cast permanently. He was in the opening, fam. But this low-key caught me off guard. This reminded me of when Bakugo got packed in My Hero. I'm talking about shit tragic, new paddock. This shit was wild, man. But now you're asking where does Sukuna come into this? Itadori then asks Sukuna to heal Junpei, and then this guy just starts.
Wait, what? I'm not gonna go back.
Laughing at him with Mahito, acting like he likes Mahito. This guy's a bitch, man. And there's way more mad things Sukuna committed in season 1, but I'll take a whole video to explain. So we finna just jump straight to Shibuya, talking about how he massacred the whole of Tokyo, fam. When he unleashed that malevolent shrine on everyone, best believe it was a horrible time to be visiting your family in Shibuya. This shit was a dragon level threat. And even before the fight with Maharaga, to when he was fighting Jogo, and Jogo sent that whole meteor down, moving like he Madara from Shippuden. Rest in peace to everyone in Shibuya, because that's at least 2 million casualties right there. Bro, and real quick, can we just talk about how Megumi tried to summon Maharaga like 6 times, bro? Hold up, let's count them, man.
3 different times. That was against his own fucking teammates. This nigga's gonna do that shit against Toto because he's whooping his ass.
Megumi been trying to kill himself since the start of the season. I swear to God, this guy does not like his life no more, fam. And the majority of all collateral damage or any damage at all caused in the whole of season 2 was because of Sukuna, bro. I don't know what gave Jogo the right mind to feed this man a buffet of fingers. What type of dumb shit is that, bro? Then he just got eliminated from reality. But I'm not gonna lie to you, Jogo's kind of chilling because he's up there with his homies in Curse Heaven. So he chilling for real. Sukuna is top 5 worst anime villains of all time. He's just a straight hater, bro. You might need to remember something. Remember, Sukuna can switch to taking over Itadori's body whenever he likes. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see what he does with that because I know he's about to do some crazy shit, bro. This guy got a rating of 5 stars. This guy's a criminal. Get him out, man. Speaking of criminals, this brings me to the worst anime villain of all time. I'm talking about this guy lives for the game, has no reason, no good ideas, just loves destruction and mashing up people on planets, bro. Majin Buu. Now we all know Majin Buu is the biggest crasher of all time. From when he was resurrected and finessed the Supreme Kai, to when he became Super Buu and eradicated everyone off the planet just to run a fade, to even when he turned into a little monkey and blew up Earth on his first episode, bro. This guy's a bugger. He was out here breaking dimensions in the time chamber just to get out and turn everyone into chocolate. And he did this earlier when Fat Buu decided to turn the whole city into candy. And then my boy Ultimate Gohan pulled up and started giving him this work. But that did not last long. So then Buu absorbs Gotenks and Piccolo and just pulled a Uno reverse on Gohan, beating the brakes off him. And then he absorbs Gohan, so then Goku and Vegeta tried to jump Super Buu, but they were not hanging with him, fam. So they resolved to turn it into the goat himself, Vegito. And Vegito gave this guy an undeniable, astronomical ass whooping, bro. I'm talking about the enemy deserves no mercy. So Vegito gets absorbed and Goku and Vegeta start saving everyone. And whilst they're saving everyone, Vegeta's dumbass decided to rip out the Fat Buu inside Super Buu. If only this man knew what was coming, bro. If only this man knew what he unleashed. So they get everyone out and Super Buu starts to transform into the little gremlin we all know, Kid Buu. And these bums, Goku and Vegeta out here thinking that because he got a bit smaller, you know what I'm saying, he's not a menace, he's a little kid. Then Kid Buu starts screaming, and his scream was destroying the planet, bro. Then he decided to blow up Earth and start eradicating a bunch of other planets just to look for Goku and Vegeta. Oh my god, this guy is a criminal. Then he makes his way to heaven. Then Pycon starts mocking him, saying, oh, this training for the grown-ups, man. You a little kid, bro. Like, you can't train with us, man. And oh,
I don't remember
my god. If this guy knew what he was getting into, he would know it's over, man. So Kid Buu starts asserting his dominance with his giant screams and just starts finessing the dead people. Oh my god, it's a double homicide, bro. This guy's a criminal, fam. Then he was about to eradicate these men for the second time. But then he sends Goku and Vegeta, so he was like, oh shit, my people then. So then he teleports to like Kaiwan and just gives Goku this straight what? But then the worst thing that ever happened came. Who started giving Vegeta this serious work? And oh my, I was praying for this guy's survival. He was getting his shit raw. And you can tell he's not been taking it seriously, fam. He's emoting mid-fight. Then he was giving Fat Buu this work and was taking breaks on him. Fat Buu was out here doing the Shadow Clone Jutsu and still got beat up. That's crazy. Then Goku launches the Spirit Bomb at this man and just eradicated him from existence. But this guy was a heinous, maniacal menace, bro. On his first debut, he blew up Earth. Then started running the fade with dead people. Then gave Vegeta a life-threatening weapon. I was doing this all for his amusement. This guy is pure evil. No take back. This man needs to be locked up straight away, fam. However, I have one more menace, one more person, one more evil. And this person wouldn't be considered a menace to a lot of people, but hear me out. Let me give you the rundown. Kirby. Now, doesn't it bother you that Kirby gains his powers through eating people? Does it not come across your head that he had to devour multiple people across Dreamland to even be able to master and use his abilities properly? This guy's whole thing is to eat people and copy their powers. But the question is, in his lifetime, how much people has Kirby eaten, bro, to even get to that level of being a pro with his powers? He literally devours people. And when he gets hungry and there's no food, no nothing, who's to say Kirby wouldn't eat people to get his hunger out? How do you know one day if Dreamland didn't have enough food to supply this man? He wouldn't eat the whole town just to satiate his hunger. He literally one time started an adventure because somebody stole his slice of cake. Not that I've played the game, but I'm wondering what the hell he did to them when he found out they stole his food. Kirby and Venom are two sides of the same coin. These men eat hella food, hella people. But I'm just saying, for a guy's whole power system to work based on the type of people he eats, it makes you wonder, how many times could Kirby have eaten people to use his powers to the best of his ability? I love Kirby. He's a cool protagonist and I used to play a lot of Kirby growing up. But it wasn't until I reached a level of consciousness where I realized he was eating people. Literally. I'm just pointing that out. This guy's low-key serial eater in disguise. I'm just saying. But justice to the waddle these. They're my guys, man, for real. But these are some of the menaces I've been thinking about. Some of them you already heard of, and some of them you're probably shocked at. Especially the Kirby one. I know you didn't see that one coming. And there's a bunch more I could mention, but we already at double how long my videos usually are, so I'm finna make a part 2 of this vid does, bro. If any of you guys got any menaces that I haven't mentioned or talk about, mention them in the comment section below, because I want to see what you man got. I appreciate all you man for watching this video till the end. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Okay, that was fire.